Okay, so I just woke up like maybe an hour ago or something. I don't remember, but um this is to add to my dream chronicles or whatever, but um it's kind of crazy. It was like in my dream, my grandma was there. And we had to take like she was in a wheelchair. And it was crazy. It was like my mom was still taking me to school, and then it was like I was late for a test, so I went into the classroom and I was like it wasn't like, okay, like there's my actual classes and then there's like this dream class, so it was like it was the classroom, but it wasn't like the classroom in real life, and not even the same teacher, so it was like whatever. But I went into the classroom, and based off of what my mind, like like in dreams, you have like this, like you know everything, like you don't need to be told anything because your brain's creating this, right? So, but anyway, so I had a test of some sort, and I was late. And I just kept on, like, I was, like, super behind, and we had to bring my grandma into it was weird, because it was, like, my mom was there, and, like, my grandma was there, and it was just, like, really awkward, there was, like, absolutely no way I could, like, first of all, like, I only had, like, maybe, like, okay, let's say it was, like, a 2-hour test or something like that, right? I maybe made it in like 20 minutes. So there was like absolutely no way I would have been able to, like there's no way I could have passed the test or anything like that. So, and like it was weird. It was like a combination. Like I don't even know what the class was about, because it was like it was math, and then there was Japanese, and then it was like economic, like it was like some random ass class. Like there was no it was not based on reality. It was like a dream class, but anyway, so like I couldn't do that, and then while we were in there, I guess there were some people who finished early, and like they kind of could hang out, like, because it was like a really large classroom, and so they could like hang out in this like kind of like a chill area with like a couch, like, as long as they were like quiet and like, and not not disruptive or anything, like, but anyway, so there was like a group of like maybe, I don't know, like 4 to 5 people in that area, and like I don't think there would have been any more room, to be honest. Like even if somebody else finished early, they'd probably have to go somewhere else because there's no more room in that area. But there was this one girl, I think she was, well, actually I don't know the gender of this individual, but they were young, and they were kind of boasting about something they did. Like, it wasn't about the test or whatever we were in class for. It was about something else. And so then, out of nowhere, this, like, big black dude came and, like, fucking threatened that girl or boy or whatever. Like, because they did something to their business or something. Like, it was like maybe they owned a restaurant, or like I don't know. Like I don't know what the business was, but the kid that finished their test early did something on purpose to it was 2 black dudes. It was like, because one came in and they were really tall. It was like they could have been like NFL stars or something, like, like they were huge. And and like they were gonna beat this kid up because like they did some serious damage to shit. And And I don't know, like, they were looking at me and I was like, fuck, like, I mean, yeah, if the kid did something wrong, then yeah, that needs to be, like, I had no empathy for the kid. In the dream, I was like, you dumbass. Like, why the fuck did you do that? Um, and, because it also, like, for the fact that they were bragging about it in class, it felt like, oh, like, that's fucking weird. Um, and like it was like obviously like some sort of illegal activity, like, so it was like, bruh, like, you're kind of stupid, you know. Also, like, if you did do something, what should I say? Like, if, okay, so like I don't know the time frame of this action, so I don't know if they did it right before they got to school or if they did it like several days before or something, like, I don't know. But like, why would you go anywhere typical? Like, just so your ass can be found, you know, like, it's like, no. um but yeah, so like, I don't know, but one of the guys, like, because there was two of them, right? Like, one was just like kind of harassing the kid, and the other one was kind of like, I don't know, trying to gain sympathy for the situation, or how should I say, like, make people aware of what happened. um and I was like, yeah, man, they shouldn't have done, like, I was empathizing with them because I was like, I don't know what this little punk did, but like, it sounds illegal, and I don't think they should do it, and blah 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 blah. So I was like, but then like my dream like skipped that part, like, so I don't know what happened, right? And then it skipped to like after the class where I was in the office with the teacher and I was trying to discuss, retaking the test, and it looked like a freaking like lawyer's office, like, and the lady was like really refined, like, I don't know, like, it felt like she would have taught law or something, like, she had like the outfit, and also, like, what was nice was she had like, it sounded like she was very like receptive to me, like, because I don't know, I did something in her office, like, while I was in there, I provided some sort of answer verbally that was very balanced or something, like, it was like, and she appreciated my mindset or something like that. She was like, hmm, yes, okay. Like, like it was almost kind of like, I love the way your mind works or something like kind of to that effect. Like, I don't know. She was just like, she was very understanding, and but she has all this authority and power, right? Because like she's giving off like lawyer vibe or something like that. But she approved of my opinions and actions and stuff like that, and she knew, like it was all good, as far as that goes. But then I eventually had to go back with my mom and my grandma or whatever to leave the school or whatever, like, because we're done with class. um and that was weird, like, okay, so that was another jump too, was like, okay, so then we went on like this, it was really cool, like, I don't know what sort of mode of transportation this was. Like, I'm thinking it was like a train. Like, it felt like a train, but it was more like whatever a train would be in Final Fantasy VII or something like that, like, it was like, it had like a really big, like, really wide, really big, like, observatory room or something, where, like, I don't know, there was like seats and then like really big windows to where you could see everything. And it was so cool because, like, even in this dream, I lived out in the sticks because, like, there was like beautiful scenery all over. And like, my mom and my grandma kind of faded at that point. Like, my mom was there, like, my grandma completely faded, so like she wasn't in the dream anymore. Um, and it was just like me and my mom basically, and like we were actually on good terms in the dream, which is, I don't want to say it's like, I don't know, I don't think of my mom at all in my waking life, so I can't say it's bad. Probably bad, but like not biting, like um but but anyway, yeah, it felt like almost like we were okay, so there was this one trip that we had, like in real life, where we went from Oregon to California on the train. It kind of reminded me of that a little bit, but it wasn't that. And then when I got back to my apartment in the dream, and that was really different too. So like it was like all of these places exist in real life, but in the dream they look very, very different. Like they didn't look anything like reality is. So I went back to my apartment. I apparently lived on like the third floor. And I had this weird like little there was something I can't okay, so I'll be honest, I can't really remember what happened when I got home or whatever. But there was like I don't know, like okay, for example, like the atmosphere was almost like kind of like if it was like a European village or something like like that's kind of what my apartment was like. It was like it didn't feel like it was in America, or like it's not typical of what's around here. So that was interesting, but I can't remember what was happening in the building. I don't remember the storyline there, but there was actually a lot that happened in the apartments that I was in, but like my uh, now that I'm awake, it's not coming back to me. But it was like maybe I was watching it. I don't know if I was like on the computer or I was watching TV or something. At one point I was talking to a neighbor through a window. Like or I was talking to somebody through a window. Like there's this weird like I don't know, like door/window thingy that's like I don't know, like it's kind of dangerous as like because like it really opens to the air, like like in Who Framed Roger Rabbit when he like or like it's a very common like cartoon trope where like there's like a door that goes to nowhere and like you just fall down and whatever. Like it was almost like I had one of those in my apartment, but it was like right across from another person's random door, like, and we were talking through that, like, but like I don't remember enough, like I said, like with the once I got to the apartment or whatever, I don't remember the string of events well enough to like kind of convey that to you. um but yeah, well, it's a different dream. Like it's kind of weird because it it kind of describes my real life, but it made it so much more fanciful and interesting. Well, no, I mean, I guess it's not real. Like, I mean, okay, so I don't know. Maybe somebody fucked up some shit. I don't know. Like, I wonder if that's how, like for the school part, like the whole school part of like somebody fucking up somebody's business, the other people knowing, and them getting like retribution of some sort. I wonder what's going on that is equivalent to like because something like that probably is happening over there, but not that like in the same way that like everything that happened in the dream is what happens in real life, but it's just like more fanciful. I wonder what the real version of that issue is, you know um but I'm not like I can't go to like I'm not going to be able to go to school until I get another PSW or something. So I probably will never know. Um, yeah. Anyway, take care. Be good. Bye bye.